And there has been quite the unveiling for these 4 new players. This is the front page of Marca saying these fans are crazy. And it's actually not often that Atleti take the front page of this newspaper as well. But there was a whole unveiling for Julian Alvarez, Conor Gallagher, Lenormand and Sorloth. Look at this. Did you guys get anything like this when you were unveiled at any of your clubs?
What do you think? Have a guess. Have a guess.
I mean, I have to say they do it a little differently in Spain anyway.
Yeah.
Even when you watch our La Liga coverage, the pre-match sometimes just turns into some sort of show just beforehand. But you can see by the players they're not looking overly enthralled. But it's just bonkers now. And when we were talking to the producer about this earlier, and they said anything when you move to Celtic or to Derby or these for relatively big transfers, it's like no, because it's just normal back then. You went in, you signed, you did a press conference, and you talked to some reporters, and you had some pictures and some photographs, and then you went to the hotel, and you got on with it. It just seems everything now is bonkers.
A big unveiling. What about you, Frank?
Well, I would have felt uncomfortable to be presented like that. I mean, that's a show, that's not football, that's very strange. I know, and as Craig mentioned, it's really La Liga which does that, presenting, and you had like 35,000 people coming to the stadium to welcome the players, which is nice. But it's too much of a show. What do we need motorbikes and bikers, whatever. I remember signing for Chelsea, being the record signing for 2.5 million. That was more Frank Who than anything else. And no, I never been presented. And again, I would have felt, uncomfortable. Our job is to show what we can do for football, not for something else. I mean, we became, I'm sorry to name, stars because of what we did on the field, not what we did on outside the field. That was nobody's concern and business. That's completely different football now.
I've got this idea.
Find something to smile about.
What's that? Frank came in with a blanket. We brought Frank in with a blanket over his head. the dark of night. It was 4 a.m. in the morning. We snuck him in out the way. I've got this this novel idea I've got for Atleti. Why don't they just try and put a better show on the field on a weekly basis? And maybe they won't need all this theatrics around it, and just if they played a bit better, maybe we'll have a better title race.
It looks like that might be the plan.
Instead of leaving it to little old Girona last year to hold court and
try. It kicked them up the backside, and this year they've obviously taken action, or at least they're trying to. Atleti with these signings, right? They're trying to do something more.
What about last year? What about the year before?
They've been trying to sell us that nonsense for the last few years.
We've not seen this scale of unveiling.
I mean, they have got the highest. He was one of the highest, if not the highest, paid coach on the planet. That apparently all the players absolutely adore and would hypothetically would die from, would fight from. And then they've got these shows, you've got this beautiful stadium, you've got these shows. Play better, right? And maybe we'll have a better title race in La Liga this year. Step up, Atleti.
And maybe they'll finally win Stevie over. Conor Gallagher spoke a little Spanish as well. Just a little, yeah.
See.
It's a little bit more than that. Anyway, you can see how Atleti fare when they are in action this weekend in La Liga against Girona, funnily enough, Craig. That game's coming up on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. All of the games this match day. Keep an eye out for Barca against Athletic as well, and see if Real Madrid can get their first win of the season against Real Valladolid.